Season 2, Episode 8. Wait, no, 9th, actually, here in Austria. And in the last episode, in Silverstone, we finished P9, and our teammate finished P5. And we are 4th in the drivers, and our teammate Magnussen's 8th in drivers. And we are 3rd in the Constructors' Championship with 140 points. We have 91 points, and our teammate has 49 points. And today we are going to renew our contract with Kevin Magnussen for the rest of the season, since we are at the halfway point and he's accepted it. So let's see if he'll stay with us. Yes, he will. So we have him for the rest of the season now. So let's see if there's been any changes. Yes, there has. Robert Schwartzman is now at Mercedes. Anything else? Felipe Djokovic has left Formula 1. There's going to be a new driver for Haas by the looks of it as well. However, I don't think there's been any other changes. No, there hasn't. So, also in this episode, we are going to have a sprint race. And just before we get into the race, I'm going to upgrade that thing in the aerodynamics. So let's get to qualifying for the Austrian Grand Prix. Round 9 actually, not 8. So, yeah, let's get into qualifying. On the track for qualifying here in Austria, and it's going to be a wet sprint race but a dry main race. And we've taken some damage to the underbody, so I'm just going to flash back a tiny bit. Just till here. So I'm going to brake and run a bit wide, and I've exceeded track limits, and we are on the for provisional pole position, and I accidentally went on the grass. This is the easiest track on the calendar, and I somehow messed it up. Well, one of the easiest on the calendar. And we are dropped down to P17, 19, which is really not good. And you've not gained any time going off that corner at all. So I'm gonna brake and speed back up again, as we are now going through the final 3 corners of qualifying, and in the second sector going into the third sector, we've not had the best qualifying. However, we've made ourselves go up into P10, but hopefully we can get some more positions in the sprint race for the main race later on in this episode. So we are qualifying just behind, in front of our teammate Magnussen, and it looks like Dan Ticktum is now racing for Haas, along with Mick Schumacher, who actually surprisingly got a win this season. And Robert Schwartzman is in P10 for his first qualifying session in Formula 1, and Charles Leclerc is on pole position, with Verstappen P2, Norris P3. And in last is Nicholas Latifi, Dan Ticktum, and Oscar Piastri and Kanye Show. So let's get down to the grid for the sprint race. 6 laps here in Austria. For the 6 lap sprint race here in Austria. So let's get to the 5 red lights. So it's the 5 red lights here for the sprint race in Austria. And it's lights out and away we go. We get a good start from P10. we immediately overtake the Mercedes of Robert Schwartzman. We are going to go down the inside of Schwartzman, round the outside of Ricciardo, and we're side by side with Daniel Ricciardo's McLaren, but he gets ahead of us, and now Schwartzman and the Mercedes is battling with Ocon as we go down the inside of the Alpine of George Russell and Daniel Ricciardo, and now we are ahead of George Russell as he's looking to get the overtake back on us, but we will not let that. And as that, Pierre Gasly and Alex Albon going side by side, and we won the bit ride. And so we are on lap 1 here, obviously out of 6, and hopefully we will stay in this position or get more higher positions. Max Verstappen has lost a position, I think, here on the opening lap of the race to Lando Norris in the McLaren. So you're on board with the Alpine of George Russell. Our teammate Kevin Magnussen's had a really bad start to the start of the race, and so does overtake. Our teammate Al Magnussen he's battling with Albon, and then go side by side going into turn 3. And Albon stays ahead, and our teammate is battling with the AlphaTauri of Yuki Tsunoda, and he's dropping it all the way down the grid. And now Magnussen's going down the inside of Tsunoda and gets the overtake, but will he keep the overtake? And Ricciardo is battling with the Alpine of George Russell. However, Russell stays ahead, and Albon stays ahead of Magnussen, and Magnussen stays ahead of Tsunoda. And Kanye Schultz had a bad start from starting in P19. So yeah, looks like it might be a mix-up good going into the new race, as we are on lap 3 now out of 6. On to the final, onto the start of lap 6, the final lap of the race, here in the sprint race. And George Russell's catching up to us, and he is. And he's going to look for an overtake on us going round the outside, as we're going to go down the inside of Russell and get the overtake. However, Russell's going to try and get making the overtake by catching up to us. And now we are going through the final corner of Sector 1, I think. Well, about the end of Sector 1 and going into the start of Sector 2, I think, as you on the bit right. So we are now going on to the final corners of the track, as Russell's catching up to us, and we have scored 2 points in the sprint race here in Austria, and we will be starting P7 in the real race, which is just about to come up. So yeah, we finished P7 and got 2 points for the drivers and constructors, and our teammate will be starting all the way down in P16. So let's get into the main race right now. For the main race of the episode, for 18 laps around the Red Bull Ring, and it'll be a dry race instead of a wet race. So let's get to the 5 red lights. 5 red lights here for the main race in Austria, and that's lights out, and away we go. We get a decent start from P7. Okay, good start, and then you're going to go on the outside of Carlos Sainz and Perez and Norris. And what does happen there at the start to like, thought to. So I was thinking this went 3 wide, then I was able to take advantage of it, then got the overtake on Lando Norris in the McLaren. Now I'm going to go down the inside of Lando Norris, Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes. And Mick Schumacher is in last because I think he had a good penalty going into the race. And Max Verstappen's in P2, Charles Leclerc's in P3, and we are in podium places, which could mean a return to the podium since Imola, because I don't think we've been on the podium since Imola when we won that race. And we won a pit ride. I'm quite good at this track, I think. Robert Schwartzman in the Mercedes is up in P10, and Norris is battling with the Red Bull of Sergio Perez, and they almost collide, as now Perez is battling with Carlos Sainz. And Carlos Sainz is going to go down inside of Lando Norris and won't get the overtake. We're still in P3, and we're not catching up to Max Verstappen. However, we have a green sector 1, while purple sector 1. And Ocon's battling with Perez for P7. And we are catching up to Max Verstappen in the Red Bull for P2. Charles Leclerc is in P1 in the Ferrari and is going on to win the race. Maybe just like in real life at the Austrian Grand Prix in 2022. So you're now going on to lap 3, or just about, as he won the pit ride. And we have the fastest lap of the race with a 1 minute 6 seconds point something. And George Russell is going into the pit lane because of front wing damage. And it's going 3 right, and Lance Stroll has a broken front wing. Let's see what happened there. Was it? I don't know when that happened. Oh, right there. Contact with Yuki Tsunoda. So yeah, bad race for Lance Stroll, as Daniel Ricciardo's looking to get an overtake on Yuki Tsunoda, and we get an overtake on Max Verstappen by going down the inside of him, going into turn 3. So yeah, we've had a really good start to the race in Austria, gaining 5 positions from the 5 red lights, and our teammate Magnussen is going up the grid and trying to get overtakes as he's battling with the AlphaTauri of Yuki Tsunoda. But will he stay ahead going on to the end of this lap? Possibly. Mick Schumacher's up into P20. And Magnussen stays ahead. So yeah, he's had a pretty good start to the race as well. Yeah, so we are up into P2 and ahead of Max Verstappen as Lance Stroll is coming into the pit lane as well, and Oscar Piastri is pulling over to retire, and his front tyre just destroyed randomly, like in China I think it was. So let's see what happened. So it's gone 3 wide. And then so Lance Stroll's going into the pit lane. Oscar Piastri is going side by side with Lance Stroll's teammate Guanyu Zhou, and then Oscar Piastri doesn't have any room and makes contact with the 2 Aston Martins, and then his tyre just gets destroyed for no reason. So yeah, a chaotic incident there. And to start going side by side, Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris is going side by side. Here on lap 4 out of 18. And Carlos Sainz is up into P2. No, I mean 5. Coming into the pit lane here on lap 7. Well, 8 out of 18. With 10 laps left. And I'm going to turn into the pit lane right now. And we are a good pit stop. And we are coming out ahead of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, which is a good sign. Here on lap 8. And you're behind the Aston Martin of Joe Granier. So let's try and overtake him by the end of this lap. We still have the fastest lap of the race with that 1 minute 06. And Lance Stroll is going to overtake on Mick Schumacher because he's in the pit lane. Dan Tink comes up into P9 in the Haas. Schwartzman's up into P6 in the Mercedes. Me and the Porsche are catching up to Jean Gagne as you're looking to get the overtake by going round the outside since he's going into the pit lane, and think we almost made contact with him, but don't think we did. So yeah, we're now going on to lap 9. Bottas is up into P2 with Lando Norris leading the race. Yeah, and all the goods changing positions right now. And we have one DNF so far in the race, which is Oscar Piastri. So yeah, that's Yuki Tsunoda's AlphaTauri coming out of the pit lane. Nicholas Latifi's up into P9. It looks like as well. 14 out of 18. And we are still in P2. It looks like Charles Leclerc and the Ferrari is going to win this race. And Yuki Tsunoda is out of the race because of a mechanical failure. And Russell has got the overtake on Daniel Ricciardo. And our teammate Magnussen's catching up to the Williams of Alexander Albon. So let's watch Magnussen to see if he gets the overtake. And possibly even finishing the points as well this race. That should be good for us. So yeah, we're now going on to lap 15 out of 18 here in Austria at the Red Bull win. And that is Kevin Magnussen trying to get the overtake on Alexander Albon and the Williams. Will he get the overtake? Let's watch. So maybe he'll get the overtake on the straight since he has DRS, I think. Yes, he does. And he's going to go down the inside of Alexander Albon turn 3 and possibly get the overtake. And he does not get the overtake. However, he's going to go down the inside of turn 4 and get the overtake, it looks like. And he goes side by side again as Magnussen's still looking to get that overtake. And Magnussen chops down to P12 and does not get the overtake. So yeah, Max Verstappen and the Red Bulls catching up to us by quite a lot here on lap 16 out of 18. And we do have some damage to the rear diffuser, but don't know how much. And now Verstappen's going to go down the inside of us to get the overtake here at turn 3 and goes on the curb and slows him down. Kevin Magnussen got the overtake on the Williams when we were watching Verstappen or trying to overtake us. So yeah, we only have a few laps left of the race here. This episode. And we are now, and this is the first episode of the second half of the season. So, yeah, Nelson, what's your thoughts on the Ferrari livery that just came out today? So, yeah, we're now going on to lap 17, and I don't know how many times I've crossed track limits at that corner. The final corner. And we get some floor damage, I think, because we ran on that sausage curb. And now Verstappen's looking to get the overtake on us. With DRS, however, we're going to go down inside of Verstappen and get the overtake. And DRS with it. Yes, as well. Since we got the overtake and Verstappen's battling with the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton. So it's 2021 all over again. And Verstappen has front wind damage because he must have made contact in that corner. So he'll need to go into the pit lane at the end of this lap, I think. So that'll be his race would, if he does. So let's see. Yes, he is going into the pit lane. And Carlos Sainz almost there made contact with Verstappen as we go on to the final lap of the race here in Austria. And Verstappen might drop out of the points. Yes, he is. So it looks like Verstappen's not going to get any points here in Austria. Lewis Hamilton's trying to get the overtake on us. I'm going into turn 3, however, he'll not get the overtake. And Charles Leclerc looks like he's gonna win the race here in Austria. And I don't know how many times he's won the race this season. And I think this is our third or fourth time being on the podium this season. All within like the first 5-6 races of the season. So Charles Leclerc is the race winner here in Austria, as we go very wide going on to the second last corner, and we are in P2 and Lewis Hamilton rounds out the podium, and we are driver of the day, starting from P7, finishing in P2. So in total we got 21 points this episode, with fastest lap in the game. We got an other point because in the race because we got the fastest lap, since you get an extra added point for getting the fastest lap. And our teammate from starting like P16 finishes P10, so it looks like this is a favourite track for Porsche at the moment, which is our team. So like the other one's race with us in P2, Hamilton P3, then rounding out the points is Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez, Lando Norris, Robert Schwartzman, who in his F1 debut got 6 points, Esteban Ocon, Valtteri Bottas, Kevin Magnussen. Then for the rest of the grid it's Alexander Albon, Max Verstappen, who had to go to the pit lane on the second last lap, Pierre Gasly, Daniel Ricciardo, George Russell, Dan Ticktum has had quite a good race, being his first race in F1 for Haas, finishing P16. Gran Yushio, Lance Mick Schumacher, Nicholas Latifi, and Yuki Tsunoda and Oscar Piastri, who have DNF'd from the race. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and goodbye.